bring up anxiety is that it's such a conditioned stigma that anxiety is a negative thing that we experience, and all of a sudden everything becomes bigger. And some people experience it as like obsessive thoughts. Mm-hmm. They start to spin really fast. Their breath starts to change and they can't breathe and it goes faster. But even just what I'm doing right now is how we start to name it. My thoughts are spinning. Like they're going really, really fast. I'm thinking of a lot of things and I can't even make sense of anything. And I feel my body, my chest is constricted. It's getting tighter now. I just felt my belly, my abdomen start to contract. And they're little things like noticing our physical sensations when I name each physical sensation, like what my body's actually doing. Mm-hmm. Now it's very simple, but at least it's something that I can actually track and I can name. Mm-hmm. Because when I start to lump it all as to anxiety or anxiousness, it's all becomes one big overwhelming, I don't know, way out. Mm-hmm. As opposed to, my breath is changing. I'm aware that my breath is changing. Mm-hmm. I'm aware that my stomach is getting tighter. I'm curious, why is it getting tighter?
Mm-hmm. So connecting with the specific experiences you're having, sensations in your body's felt sense, allows you to begin to start to get to know it more intimately in a way, like more specifically. So it's not just this big overwhelming thing. Now it's these multiple things that are specifically happening simultaneously, creating this overall experience, which is difficult to manage. But even before we can recognize what's going on within ourselves, we can recognize what's going on around us, like externally. Yeah. It's probably easier to begin there by like saying, I see this grass, it's green, I see the light, and I can at least focus on the qualities of what my sensory experience is outside of myself. Mm-hmm. And I can at least start there. Mm-hmm. And I think if someone is trying to practice, coping with trauma response or anxiety, sometimes it's hard to go in, and sometimes it's easier to go outside, so that you can actually get out of that, whatever it may be, whether it's racing thoughts like you described, or this hypervigilance. And I think another way of doing it is just like from the outside in as well.
No, what you named is dead on. Because I want to name as well is that there's a lot of people that I've worked with that meditation, depending on where they are on their path of recovery from trauma, meditating and going inside is too activating.
It can be, yeah.
And so that may not be the place where they start. That may not even be the place where they go.
Right.
So that's why we have the five senses. Like even we're talking about the grass, like I can feel the grass. Mm-hmm. Because what happens when you get into an activated trauma state is your sense of time blurs.
Yeah.
So there's a part of you of 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever that happened, that's where your body's reacting to. Mm-hmm. But right now, right here, the grass is I can feel it. Like, okay, I can feel the grass on my fingertips. I can feel the sun on my face. Oh, I just felt the wind.
Yeah, right.
I can feel the wind on my cheeks. If you like flavors, taste, I like strawberries. I guess I'm craving strawberries.
Yeah.
But you can actually taste it in your mouth. You could feel it. And it helps you become very present and aware outside of yourself.
Yeah. That you're actually not in the past. You're actually here now, being bombarded by a past experience that's overwhelming your ability to be present in this moment. And it's about getting back to this moment. And that may not always be from the inside out. It might sometimes just be the outside in. And what I find is when I pay attention to this external world and I start to look at the qualities of the grass, the color, the way the sun hits it, the more I focus on the specific experience of this external world, the more I feel present in the moment, the less I feel in my past or in my future. And then I feel like I'm really alive because I'm actually experiencing what's actually going on right now, like in this moment. Mm-hmm. And I'm always trying to come back to that.
Hmm. Yeah. It's and it's always being open to what is present in this moment. I think a danger or hazard could be, I know that steps 1, 2, and 3 help me get present, and acknowledging and realizing that today they might work and tomorrow it might be 4, 5, and 6,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay.
Right.
And heck, later this afternoon it might be X, Y, and Z.
That's right. Yeah.
And being able to not only understand that, but also to have compassion for yourself
Mm-hmm.
when it's not working, because so much of the struggle is internal of these should be working but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like your tools aren't fitting or that you're not doing it right, that you're in a different moment,
Right.
you're in a different place.
Right.
And as well as I naming to have compassion for that activated part of you, whatever wounding that is, and having compassion that it just has not yet integrated into your being yet.
Yeah.
So it's not doing anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something active made it active,
Mm-hmm.
and whether it's a memory or it's a smell or it's a certain, string of words that flashes us back to that moment, and our defenses start to go up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, protecting
Right.
us, and it's not aware that we're not in that past anymore.
Right. Yeah.